Repolling for Zinepoto, Sanis, Tizit and Tonoknio Assembly constituencies underway. Repolling held after ECI declares poll taken on Monday at polling stations as void. Counting of votes for Kohima to be held at DC office complex. Further, candidates of Kohima district informed that under law, counting agents are to be appointed in Form 18, one for each counting table plus one for returning officer table with concerned returning officers. Kohima Police issues traffic advisory in view of vote counting scheduled on March 2 for 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. Further, seeks cooperation for all for a smooth conducting of counting day while stating strict actions to be taken against obstructors. NBSC announces a schedule for HSLC and HSSLC examinations 2023. HSLC exam to commence from March 10 till March 22, while HSSLC exam to be held from March 9 till March 31. Hello viewers, you are watching Nltv News Now. This is Asan, now news in details. Election Commission of India on Tuesday announced repolling for Zinepoto, Sanis, Tizit and Tonoknio Assembly constituencies in the state. Notably, on the basis of reports submitted by general observers, the ECI under Subsector 2 of Section 58 declared that the poll taken on Monday at the polling stations was void. It is to be mentioned that the repolling of the 4 constituencies started at 7 a.m. on Wednesday, which is scheduled to end at 4 p.m. today. Notably, the polling stations for Zinepoto is New Colony with 528 electors, Woka is Pangti with 770 voters, while repoll station for Mon is Tizit with 817 electors and Noklak is Patso East Wing with 1,133 voters. Kohima Deputy Commissioner and District Election Officer informed that counting of votes for Kohima District will be held on 2nd March at DC Office Complex. It has been informed that 8 Western Angami Assembly constituency will be held at DB's Court, 9 Kohima Town Assembly constituency at DPTP Hall, 10 Northern Angami 1 Assembly constituency at DRDA Conference Hall, 11 Northern Angami 2 Assembly constituency at Pensioners Building, 14 Southern Angami 1 Assembly constituency at DC's Conference Hall, and 15 Southern Angami 2 Assembly constituency will be held at DC's Conference Hall. All the candidates of the districts have been informed that counting agents are to be appointed in Form 18, and further it has been mentioned that 100-meter periphery around the counting center will be demarcated as pedestrian zone. Along with that, no vehicles shall be allowed. Further, it also mentioned that no personal items like cellular phones or cameras will be allowed inside the counting hall. Kohima Police has issued a traffic advisory in view of the vote counting scheduled on March 2 for the 14th Nagaland Legislative Assembly. Kohima Police informed that Phulbari Y Junction 2, DC Office and First Assam Rifles Junction have been declared as no entry and no parking zones. Police informed that strict action will be taken against the obstructing vehicles as per the Section 201 Motor Vehicle Act. Furthermore, Kohima Police has appealed and sought the cooperation of all for a smooth counting day. The Nagaland Board of School Education has announced that the HSSLC examination 2023 will commence from March 9 till March 31 and the HSLC examination 2023 will be held from March 10 to March 22. According to NBSE, 24,361 candidates will be appearing the HSLC exam from 96 provisional examination center, out of which 11,197 are boys and 13,164 are girls. Notably, the timing of HSLC exam will be from 9 a.m. to 12 noon for 80 to 70 marks and 2 hours for 50 marks. Meanwhile, for HSSLC, a total of 16,084 candidates have been enrolled to appear for the exam, which includes 12,431 from arts, 1,214 from commerce, and 2,439 from science from 65 provisional examination centers. It is to be mentioned that out of the 16,085 candidates, 7,612 are boys and 8,473 are girls. Furthermore, Class 11 promotional exam will be held simultaneously with HSSLC in the afternoon from March 9 to March 31 from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Following the alleged kidnapping of 2 persons on February 27 from Longleng village by supporters of a rival candidate at Blue Hill Junction around 6 a.m., a 5-member special investigation team headed by Woka's sub-divisional police officer has been constituted to probe the case. According to the FIR lodged by Subentang Kitan, the 2 persons from Longleng village was taken away to an unknown location while the duo were heading to their respective polling stations to cast their votes when the incident took place. Reportedly, the 2 persons who were found later in the evening had severe injury marks on their bodies. It was informed that one of the 2 men escaped from the clutches of the kidnappers with injuries, while the other was brutally assaulted and was shifted to Dimapur, where he was being treated in ICU. Kenyapet 3 Ayush Health and Wellness Center's newly built extended rooms was inaugurated on Tuesday by Chief Medical Officer Dimapur, Dr. I. Muatamchen. Notably, the newly extended rooms will be utilized as MO, Ayush Kam OPD room and yoga hall. Muatamchen, while inaugurating the facility, urged the community to take ownership of the health center and to continue their support and contributions towards the development of the health center. Repooling of polling station number 7 of Japoka village under 41 TZ Assembly constituency was held on Wednesday amid tight security. Notably, the repolling was scheduled by ECI after locals alleged that the polling and presiding officers opened the EVMs in the middle of the road.
Amikhan itu candidate laga busti ase itu yete Congress laga strong jaga thakise itu time de itu BJP bra khili kena itu rasta de presiding officer khan bra to itu vote box kholi dise EVM machine EVM machine kholi dise ekane to public khan to kheti bra aha khan itu bra dekhise dekhi kena to itu video loise video loa time de itu delete koribe koina bisi koise itu presiding officer khan bra হলে ইটো মানুহ পলাই কিনা যাই কিনা বস্তিতে পहुंচিছে বস্তিতে পहुंচি কিনা বস্তি মানুহ পুৰা হালাৰাম কৰি কিনা যাই কিনা ইটো মানুহ ধৰি কিনা ৰাখা টাইমতে ADC আহিছে আৰু ইটো অফিচাৰ খান আহিছে ইটো টাইমতে আমি খান অলপ মানে কথা কৰিছে তো কি নিমিত্তে খুলিছে ইটোতো এতিয়া তাক নাজানে হলে ইটো কোনবা ইটো EVM মেচিন খুলিছে ইটো মানুহকেতো পানিশমেন্ট দিব লাগিব তাই লগা সার্ভিসটো কাটি দিব লাগিব ইটোতো নহলেতো নহব আৰু পাব্লিক লগা একো গলতি নাই ইয়াতে আৰু 2-3 বাৰটো ইয়াতে ৰিপুল আহিছে ইটো নিমিত্তে ইমান থুপতে ইমান মানুহ দুখ পাই আছে ইমান দুখ পাই কিনা ইটো খাৰা হৈ কিনা আছে ইটো গভৰ্নমেন্ট সাইড পৰা বি ইটো 2 দিনটো কি নিমিত্তে ইটো পাব্লিকে দুখ দিছে ইটো ক্যান্ডিডেট লগা জায়গা আছে বিজেপি লগা ইয়াতে 10 ইয়ার্স রুলিং থাকিছে একো ডেভেলপমেন্ট দিয়া নাই ইটো টাইমতে আমি খান বা ইটো ভাল মানুহ একজন মানুহ উঠাব গৈ কিনা এনেকা খেলা আছিলে কংগ্ৰেছ লগা মানুহ উঠাই কিনা ইটো টাইমতে তাখান বাটো কেনেকা হলে বি কংগ্ৰেছ খানটো ফেল হ'ব লাগে না বিজেপি খান বা খেলি কিনা এনেকা কাম কৰিছে ইটো গভৰ্নমেন্ট সাইড পৰা বি ইটো চাব লাগিব কিলে গলে পাব্লিকটো ইমান থুপতে ইমান খাৰা হৈ না 2 দিনটো কি নিমিত্তে দুখ পাইছে দুসৰা জায়গাতে একদিনহে দুখ পাইছে ইটো আমি খান লগা একো গলতি নাই ইটো তাইখান লগাটো ইটোতো গভৰ্নমেন্ট সাইড পৰা ইটো পাব্লিক খান কিটো চাব লাগিব নহলেতো আমি খানটো বেছি বিয়া পাব ইটো চৰকাৰকে গভৰ্নমেন্টকে
জবকা বস্তি আছে না
জবকা বস্তি আছে
কিমান আছে ভোট কেন্দ্ৰ
ভোটটো 817 আছে হয় পোলিং ষ্টেচন নম্বৰটো 7 আছে
7 আছে না
হয়
Chief Minister Kiphire on Tuesday visited the site where a huge fire devastated Mao Market and took stock of the situation along with measures taken by the fire and emergency services and district administration. Chief Minister Rio met the affected families whose shops and residences were burnt down in the massive fire incident on Monday night and also provided rupees 20 lakh from Chief Minister's Relief Fund as financial assistance to the families. The Chief Minister was accompanied by DC Kohima Shanawasi, SP Kohima Imnalansa, Kohima Village TKL Council members and other government officials. Nationalist Democratic Progressive Party expressed gratitude to the electorate of the state for coming forward and exercising their universal adult franchise to vote for their respective candidates on February 27. NDPP said that Nagaland witnessed 84.69% voter turnout, which showed that people believed in democracy and democratic process of choosing leaders. While congratulating all-time voters, first-time voters, NDPP also expressed gratitude to all political parties for participating in the elections by setting up their respective candidates. Furthermore, NDPP congratulated Election Commission of India, the entire state machinery, Nagaland DGP, and security forces for the successful conduct of the general elections of 2023. It further appreciated and noted the contributions of the churches, tribal hohos, civil society organizations and NGOs in ensuring clean election. To prevent a breach of peace, disturbance of public tranquility and danger to human lives and property, the Deputy Commissioner of Longleng has imposed prohibitory orders under Section 144 from February 28 to March 1. Notably, an order from the DC imposed curfew and prohibited movement of persons outside of their residences effective from 12 noon of February 28 to 7 p.m. of March 1 within the immediate jurisdiction of Longleng town. Nagaland Home Commissioner Abhijit Sinha on Tuesday has ordered a ban on internet services in Kiphire district with immediate effects till further orders. Through a notification on Tuesday, Sinha informed of the apprehension of law and order problems and post-violence in the Kiphire district. According to Sina, SMS, WhatsApp and other messaging apps as well as other social media platforms may be used to propagate rumors and false information. Further, it may be used to disseminate inflammatory texts, images, videos and other materials that could worsen the law and order situation. In order to prevent the misuse of such mediums in the district and to avoid a breach of public peace, Sina imposed the ban under Section 5 of the Indian Telegraph Act 1885. Any person found violating the order will be punishable under CRPC Section 188 and Indian Telegraph Act 1885. People from Northeast living in several parts of India often faces racial discrimination, attacks, assaults, violences and even loss of precious lives over the years. And no action has been reported from concerned authorities regarding such incidents. A 24-year-old Tiapung Sitir became the latest victim of racial discrimination on the night of February 26. Sitir, who is currently doing his master's in sociology at the University of Mumbai, was on his way outside the campus where he was attacked by a group of men. Notably, the group threw water over him and harassed him. Condemning the incident, Sitir filed an FIR and urged the concerned authorities to take necessary actions against the group of people. Election Commission of India has set up 13 counting centers of counting of votes in Meghalaya, which is to be held on March 2, and adequate security personnel have been deployed in the state. Notably, all EVM rooms has been strengthened with 3 layers of security. Apart from Meghalaya, counting of votes for Nagaland and Tripura elections will also be held on March 2. Petroleum and oil marketing companies raised the price of commercial liquid petroleum gas cylinders by rupees 350.50 per unit and domestic LPG cylinders by rupees 50 per unit with immediate effect from Wednesday. It has been learned that, as per the revised rates, commercial LPG cylinders will now cost rupees 2,119.50 per unit in Delhi, and the price of domestic LPG cylinders will be rupees 1,103 per unit in the national capital. Notably, this is the second hike in commercial LPG cylinder prices this year. Earlier on January, commercial cylinder prices were increased by rupees 25 per unit.
की बात करें तो 50 रुपये से बहुत फ़र्क तो नहीं पड़ना है फ़िलहाल, लेकिन अगर ये ग्रेजुअली इस प्रोसेस में जाते जाते अगर पूरा हो गया फिर तो बहुत फ़र्क पड़ जाएगा फिर, क्योंकि इससे मल्टीपल चीज़ अफेक्टेड होगा। फिर
आम आदमी के जेवर पर बहुत इफेक्ट नहीं करेगा, क्योंकि 50 रुपये बढ़ा इंटरनेशनल मार्केट को देखते हुए जो अभी ट्रेंड है, हम भारत में हैं तो हम आज भी बहुत सुरक्षित हैं। नहीं तो ब्रिटेन में आप जाइए तो वहाँ दो टमाटर के बाद आपको लाइसेंस दिखाना पड़ता है।
बहुत ही बजट पर बहुत फ़र्क पड़ेगा, क्योंकि गृहिणी को सब सहना पड़ता है, खाना उसी को बनाना है और मैनेज उसी को करना है। किस तरह से किया जाएगा समझ में नहीं आ रहा, सरकार क्या कर रही है ये भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, या इस तरह से बढ़ाना बहुत ही बेकार है।
बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं पड़ने वाला है, क्योंकि ऐसे भी सभी चीज़ों का दाम बढ़ते जा रहा है। डोमेस्टिक सिलेंडर तो एक पार्ट है हमारे लाइफ का, लेकिन थोड़ा कम होना चाहिए था। इसमें अचानक से इतनी वृद्धि बहुत ज़्यादा पड़।
A 32-year-old Indian national was shot dead by the Australian police on Tuesday after he allegedly stabbed a cleaner at a railway station in Sydney and threatened law enforcement officers with a knife. After the incident, he was immediately treated at the scene by paramedics and was rushed to a local hospital. However, he was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, police officers are investigating whether mental health played a part in Ahmed stabbing the cleaner and threatening the police officers. Notably identified as Muhammad Ramatullah, Sahid Ahmad from Tamil Nadu was living in Australia on a bridging visa. Delhi Lieutenant Governor V.K. Saxena has recommended President Murmu to accept the resignations of Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia and Satyendra Jain. Notably, the development came after Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal on Tuesday accepted the resignations 2 days after Sisodia was arrested on 26 February. Sisodia was apprehended by the Central Bureau of Investigation in connection with the Delhi excise policy case. Both Sisodia and Jain had resigned from their respective posts in the cabinet yesterday. Notably, Delhi's Rose Avenue Court on Monday sent him to CBI custody for 5 days. The Supreme Court, however, refused Sisodia's plea on Tuesday, challenging his arrest in connection with the case. In a tragic incident, at least 32 people have been killed and 85 injured after a passenger train collided with an ongoing freight train in northern Greece earlier on Wednesday. Officials said that the collision was very strong, that the first 4 carriages had derailed, while the first 2 were almost completely destroyed. Government officials said that the army has been contacted to assist in the rescue, while rail operator Hellenic Train said that the northbound passenger train from Athens to the northern city of Thessaloniki had about 350 passengers on board when the collision occurred. Furthermore, the passengers who received minor injuries or were unharmed were transported by bus to Thessaloniki, 130 kilometers north of the incident. So viewers, that will be all for now. Keep watching NLTV.